Hi everyone, today I will be sharing with you my top Sims Freeplay wishes for 2020. These are either things I'd like to see added to the game or change for a better gaming experience. In no particular order, let's start with reduced prices. Everything has got so expensive recently. When was the last time we could actually buy something from a live event that cost less than 10,000 simoleons? Probably one of the first ones. The French Romance live event. Those items weren't too expensive, but recently things have skyrocketed. Yes, we do get one for free, but that doesn't mean we should have to spend silly amounts to get another. I know their logic behind this is if they bump up the prices, then we have to buy simoleons using real money. The problem is it doesn't really work like that, it just angers the players and then they don't spend any money. More clutter items. If you've watched some of my house tour videos, you know that I love these kind of items. They make a house look like a home and actually make it look like someone lives there. They have started to add these types of items to live events, which is great, but I think we need more of these in the game. So one of them that they added, which I really loved, was the toilet roll stand. I don't know why I'm so excited about toilet roll stands, but yeah, I just love all those little bits and pieces that just make it feel more like an actual house. I mean, bathrooms don't just contain showers, baths, toilets and sinks, they contain other items as well. So it's great that they've added some of these items recently, but we need more of them, and I think they need to be added to the game for everyone, rather than adding them to events and quests. And back to my first wish, they also need to be affordable. Subcategories in categories. It's great that we have loads of new events that unlock loads of new prizes, but it has caused buy mode to be rather a mess now. I spend more time scrolling through the catalogue rather than building these days, which is a problem. If we had subcategories, for example, so in the living room section we could have sofas, bookcases and coffee table tabs. So if you wanted to add a coffee table, you could just click on living room and then click on coffee tables and you'll find them all there. Decorations is probably the worst because there's so much going on in there. I'm not sure every item would fit in a category, so you could have a miscellaneous section, but we could have subcategories like paintings, mirrors, plants and table decorations. It would really help to clear it up and also make it easier to build and also more enjoyable. New, easier events. Oh, I am so over live events. You know I've never really liked them. I put up with them because most of the prizes are gorgeous, but I can never complete them in time. I used to set timers every 2.5 hours. So even when I was asleep, I would wake up every 2.5 hours. Oh, I gave up on that because after all, it's only a game. There's no point losing sleep over it. I mean, even if they just reduced the amount of glassware needed or give us another glassware station, it would really help. Just making events slightly easier is more likely to make players spend some money on it, because that is probably the main problem with me. I don't have enough glassware to complete these events. I'm not going to spend social points on it, that's what they want you to do. I just wait for it to return again and then I complete it next time. As a long time player, it is so boring having the same types of events constantly repeated. It may be easy for the developers to program live events and the dreaded sim chase, but they aren't interesting for the players to complete. Collecting arts and craft items for 10 days straight, every update, and still not completing in time is really disheartening. No wonder lots of people have stopped playing. What we really need is new events and quests that make them completable. The makers should be testing these events before they release them to make sure they are doable, and they would see how impossible some of these are if they actually completed them themselves. If they played it themselves, they would also see that sometimes you need more than 24 hours in a day. There are only 24 hours in a day, Fire Monkeys. And I don't know about you, but I spend like 8 hours sleeping a night. I don't spend 24 hours awake. It is a real struggle sometimes to enjoy this game when they do things like this. When I saw the Downtown Developer event, I was really excited to see something different. But then I started it and it was impossible. The glitches really don't help. But even without them, it seems that they've forgotten the golden rule, which is there are only 24 hours in a day. They just want us to buy social points to complete these in the time limit, and in my opinion that is wrong. For starters, it's wrong that we now have to skip so much with social points, probably because it is so easy to make lifestyle points by completing the cooking hobby, but it's harder to make social points, so people are more likely to buy them, which is fair enough. If people want to buy them, then they want to buy them. But money grabs don't work. You don't get players to spend money by making everything impossible to complete. It drives them away instead. Most players spend money when they enjoy the game, not when they're being pressured. I really love buying like the online packs, but I don't really spend money on currency in the game. I can easily make lifestyle points, simoleons. It's just social points that I don't really have enough of ever. But then again, I don't want to skip all these things with them, so I don't really need the social points. But if I see an online store pack that I want, I will buy it. Because I want it, not because it's going to help me complete something in the game. Not because I am pressured to buy it. If I feel pressured, I am not going to spend money. That is the most important thing. I don't know why they think that these things work, because they don't. And the fact that they've added more of them clearly means that it's not working, and they are not making enough money from these types of events. I really think we need to go back to the good old-fashioned quests. Not the ones where you have to wait between days though, like back to the wall. Sell multiples button. We can currently sell one item at a time. It's great that we can actually sell items, but it would save a lot of time if we had an option to sell all, or we could select the amount that we want to sell in case we wanted to keep some. Different shaped rooms. Yes, we can add door frames to make it look like one room, but it would be better if we could just build any shaped room. It's really weird because Sims Mobile actually has the option to build different shaped rooms already, but the Sims Freeplay doesn't. But I'm thinking if they can do it for one, then they could probably do it for the other, so hopefully it's on their list of things to do. Better placing ability. I had no idea what to call this one, but I would like to be able to place items where I want them, and that isn't always possible. Some items can't be placed on a wall if there's something on the floor in front of it, and vice versa. They've improved this, so we can now have doors next to walls, but I think there's still a way to go. We still can't place most items on walls directly next to a door. So say my door was here and I wanted to place something on this wall, it usually wouldn't let you do that. But at the same time, we could place that item on top of a picture, so like a canvas painting, but we can't place it next to a door, which is really kind of weird. Remove Sim Chase. I hope you didn't think I forgot about Sim Chase. I couldn't create a wish list without this. This is the worst addition to the game in my opinion. I have given so much feedback about Sim Chase, about the problems with it, but they don't really seem to care. The biggest problem is that you're competing against the computer. So computers don't sleep, they don't have lives outside of the game, they don't eat, they are just programmed to complete it at certain points. So they are pretty much always going to win unless you use social points to get ahead of them, basically. I think it would be so much better if we could play against other players who actually play the game, so actual real people, because then it would be less one-sided, and at least you know that they're going to be sleeping at some point as well. The hours also don't always add up. Again, over 24 hours is sometimes required, and the paying tasks are too expensive. Unfortunately, the makers aren't listening. They won't even make significant changes to it. So I think they just need to get rid of it. If you're not going to listen to feedback, you're not going to make improvements, just get rid of it. I don't even bother trying to complete them. I know I won't be able to do it, so what is the point? And that is the problem. I'm not the only one who feels this way. If players aren't completing Sim Chase because they know it's impossible, they are not going to be buying the social points to complete it, are they? So there is no point of it. I do feel sorry for the developers really, because I know it's probably not them who have forced upon these money grabs on us. It's probably someone in an office somewhere who's never played the game, doesn't know anything about it, just wants to make as much money as possible. And that's a real shame. I'll say it again, money grabs don't work. We would rather not complete something than waste money on something that they've purposely made impossible. And that is That is the main point. Everything's been made impossible to complete without spending money, and it breaks my heart really, because I love this game so much, but recently everything that they add, every new thing they add is just a money grab, and it's just so sad to see. I know they need to make money, I know that is the main point, but they need to do it in a more subtle way. We've got the adverts, I watch all the adverts on there, I don't mind watching adverts, I know some people have a problem with it, but they need to make money somehow. But making events so impossible that they feel that they have to buy money to complete it really is not the way to go. I could probably go on further with this list, but I think I'll stop there. My biggest wish though for this year is hopefully they will start listening to us again. I will be creating a Sims mobile wish list too, and please let me know what your wishes are for the Sims Freeplay this year. Thanks for watching, bye!